The Princess and the Pea. Here's the king, here's the queen, here is Prince Harold, and lots of princesses. Are they real princesses? asks Prince Harold. Real? says the queen. Yes, they're real, says the king. Look at them. The queen has a book, the book of princesses. Look, here's Princess Flora, says the queen. Is she a real princess? asks Prince Harold. Yes, she is, says the king. She's in the book. They visit Princess Flora. They have tea with her, but she doesn't talk. She only eats. Thank you for the tea, says Prince Harold. We have to go now. Goodbye. They visit Princess Val. They ride with her, but she doesn't talk. She only rides. Thank you for the ride, says Prince Harold. We have to go now. Goodbye. They visit Princess Hilda. They listen to music with her, but she doesn't listen. She only sleeps. Thank you for the music, says Prince Harold. We have to go now. Goodbye. They visit Princess Wendy. They go to her dance, but she doesn't talk or dance. She only sits. Thank you for the dance, says Prince Harold. We have to go now. Goodbye. They visit lots of princesses, but Prince Harold isn't happy. I only want a real princess, he says. I only want a real princess, says Prince Harold. A real princess. Let's go home, says the king. So they go home. Oh, it's good to be home, says the king. Home, sweet home, says the queen. That night there's a storm. The rain falls. The wind blows. Then bang, bang, bang. There's somebody at the door. Who is it? It's late. There's a storm. Harold, says the queen. Go and open the door, please. It's a girl, a beautiful girl. It's late, says Prince Harold. What do you want? Her hair is wet, her clothes are wet, her shoes are wet, but she smiles at Prince Harold. Her smile is beautiful. I want to come in, she says. I am a real princess. They give the girl new clothes. They give her new shoes. Thank you, she says. What a night. What a storm. Are you really a real princess? asks Prince Harold. Yes, she says. I am. A real princess? Let's see, says the queen. She takes a pea, a little green pea. She puts it on the bed. Bring 20 mattresses, she says, and 20 quilts. Put them on the bed. What a lot of mattresses, says the real princess. What a lot of quilts. What a strange high bed. It's a high, high bed for a real princess, says the queen. Sleep well. But the real princess does not sleep well. There's something in this bed, she says. A stone, a big stone. She sits up, she lies down. She sits up again. She cannot sleep at all. In the morning, the real princess says, there's something in this bed. A stone, I think, a big stone. Take off the mattresses, says the queen. Take off the quilts. And there is the pea, the little green pea. You can fill a pea under 20 mattresses and 20 quilts, says Prince Harold. Then it's true. You really are a real princess. A real princess. Now at last, says Prince Harold. At last I have my real princess. The king and queen are very happy. Everybody is happy. And there's the pea for everybody to see. The Magic School Bus Hops Home. A book about animal habitats. Miss Frizzle is the strangest teacher in our school, and it's not just because she wears such weird clothes. Last week we were learning about animal homes. Everything was normal until Wanda brought her best friend Bella the bullfrog to school. Wonderful, said Miss Frizzle. What does a bullfrog need in her home or habitat? A safe place to sleep, said Wanda. Water, said Ralphie. Food, said Dorothy Ann. Fresh air, said Arnold as he opened the window. While we were making a habitat for Bella, she hopped out the window. Bella, wailed Wanda. Arnold, you let her get away. Miss Frizzle made Arnold and I go look for Bella. A funny gleam came into Miss Frizzle's eyes. Good idea, Wanda, she said. Let's all look for Bella, class. It's time for a field trip, said the Freeze as she marched us out the door. I knew it, groaned Arnold. Another one of Miss Frizzle's crazy field trips. But he climbed onto the old school bus with the rest of us. Of course, Miss Frizzle said as we started off. The best way to find the frog is to be a frog. Suddenly we were spinning and getting smaller. Then the old school bus hopped away like a bullfrog. We hopped through the woods toward the fast-running creek. I'm not feeling too well, Ralphie moaned as we took a bad bounce. Could we stop, please? What do you think, class? Asked Miss Frizzle. Should we start looking for Bella here? This looks like a good frog habitat to me, Wanda said. Lots of insects to eat, plenty of running water. Let's look. Miss Frizzle stopped the bus. Everybody out, she said. We all looked around. Bella must be here, Wanda said, as she ran toward the stream. Bella, she called. Wanda didn't see Arnold, was looking at some rocks. She tripped and kasploosh. They both landed in the cold, fast-running water. Help! Yelled Arnold as he and Wanda were swept downstream. Oh no, here comes a waterfall, cried Wanda. Just then, Miss Frizzle and the school bus calmly swam by. They scooped Wanda and Arnold into a big nap. The bus dropped Wanda and Arnold gently onto dry land. Phew, said Wanda. The water in this stream is too fast, even for the frog. Ralphie shook his head. If Bella laid eggs in that water, they'd be 2 miles downstream before you could say ribbit. Excellent, said Miss Frizzle. Bullfrogs need to lay their eggs in quiet water. But where? Then something flew by that caught her eye. Uh-huh, it's a great blue heron, said Miss Frizzle. Follow the bird. A great blue heron, said Arnold. Why are we following a great blue heron? The Freeze did not hear him. She was already marching off. We hiked and hiked. Finally, we arrived at a big pond. Just as I thought, said Miss Frizzle. A beaver pond. Wow, said Arnold. The water is nice and quiet here. Coroner's knew all about beavers. He had just read a book about them. He said beavers need a quiet pond to live in, so they make their own habitat. They build a dam across the stream. Slowly the place fills up like a bathtub. It turns into a pond. Plants grow. Bugs come to live in and eat the plants. And the bugs are food for other hungry animals, like Bella, Wanda yelled. There she is. She has everything she needs in her habitat, Arnold said. Plenty of space, lots of insects to eat, quiet water to lay her eggs in, and lots of fresh air too. And a great blue heron about to eat her, gasped Wanda. Hold on, Bella, I'll save you. Before anyone could stop her, Wanda waded into the water. Then Wanda saw Bella sitting on her lily pad, just as if nothing had happened. Bella, Wanda exclaimed happily, you're all right. You had better come home with me. You can't stay here, where a heron might eat you. Not necessarily, Wanda, said Miss Frizzle. A heron might eat Bella if it could catch her. Oh, said Wanda. You mean Bella has a place where she can hide from the heron. I guess they're part of her habitat too. But at least back at school she'd be safe. What about... Wanda was interrupted by a strange noise. Garump, Herman. Bella had a friend, Herman, he croaked. Oh no, said Arnold. We'll never get 2 frogs back to school. Wanda looked at Bella and her friend. You're right, Arnold, Wanda said, as she waded out to Bella's lily pad. Bella, Wanda said, you have everything you need right here. Quiet water, hiding places, food, space, and your new friend. I'm going to leave you here in the habitat you found. Bella, croaked Bella. Wanda walked back to us. We all climbed onto the school bus. As he hopped away, Wanda waved. Goodbye, Bella, she called. When we got back to school, we put away Bella's things. Arnold was glad to be back. He said, my desk, a roof over my head, my lunch, and my milk. It feels good to be back in my own habitat. Wanda did not look so happy. You miss Bella, don't you? Said Arnold. Wanda nodded. Then we brought out something we had made for her. It was the world's biggest toy bullfrog. Surprise! We yelled. Tim pressed the button. Garump, croaked the frog. Wanda smiled. Thank you, said Wanda, giving the frog a big hug. I love it. It doesn't need water, food, or fresh air, said Miss Frizzle. And it won't jump out the window, said Arnold.